Agriculture has been one of the 5 key areas of focus identified by the Kayode Fayemi administration when it returned for a second term in office 3 years back. Since then, government has taken some strides, including giving life to Ikun Dairy Farm in Ekiti, which targets production of 10,000 litres of milk on daily basis. The recently launched Rice Pyramid program is another feat. Investors and partners are also finding the state an encouraging terrain. One of such is this snail farm in Egbeja, Okemesi, Ekiti, said to be the second largest in Africa, commissioned by Governor Kayode Fayemi in January.
Most of the Agric people are not being financed adequately. There's short-term funds for long-term businesses. So that's a major challenge. And also even the value chain approach has to develop seriously. So we have a lot of challenges across the value chain. But like I said, now that we know the challenges, we take them one by one and we face them.
The proper thing is what we did during the First Republic. All local governments and state governments indeed had agric equipment like tractors which were available and rented at that time to farmers. So farmers were able to use these farming equipment to start their farming. But now all these are gone.
Governor Fayemi, at a recent engagement with youth farmers, says making lands available will require proper organization and grouping of farmers.
Keep saying we just want our own local young farmers, give them 1 hectare here, 2 hectares there, which we may need to do, and we can work on it if it's going to result in a much more effective system. But we would want them to be in a cooperative rather than isolated one-on-one young farmers project.
With a bit of fine-tuning and more stakeholders' engagement, Ekiti State may be on its way to revolutionizing agriculture in the country.
To Ekiti State, where the State Commissioner for Agriculture, Mr. Olabode Adetoye, is joining us to talk about the agricultural revolution taking place in Ekiti State. Nice to have you on the program News Across Nigeria. So I was asking you, what can you tell us about the agricultural sector from your vantage position as it is right now in Ekiti State? What's your assessment so far?
Thank you, Ayobalogun. Good afternoon. Greeting from Ekiti State. Agriculture and rural development is one of the 5 pillars of this government. And the mandate of His Excellency Dr. John Kayode Fayemi is for us to have enough food for people and citizens of Ekiti State, and of course Southwest and Nigeria, and of course to provide employment for the youth, and of course to show up the internally generated revenue of the government. And in doing this, we believe in a public-private partnership, and that is why His Excellency Dr. John Kayode Fayemi invited so many investors that are well known in this country, investors like GMK Rice, Dangote Food, so many investors to come to Ekiti State. I think with the ease of doing business, all these investors are giving land. In fact, some of them, to encourage them, we clear this land for them in order for them to be comfortable in Ekiti State. And today, more than 30 investors are in the agro-allied industry in Ekiti State, bringing an inflow of more than 300 million US dollar. You know, the popular Ekun Dairy Farm, which you have just shown, the Egbeja Snail Village, the second biggest snail village, snail farm in Africa. And of course, this government has created a special agri-processing zone. 40,000 hectares has been secure for this in the northern part of Ekiti, because we want to go for where we have core competence, where we have a low-hanging fruit. And in Ekiti State, yam is very good for us, cocoa, cashew, rice, cassava, ginger, plantain, and of course pineapple. And in doing so, land has been assigned to all these commercial investors. So most of them now from cassava, they'll be processing into commercial starch, they'll be processing into ethanol industry. There will be cassava chips, at least for livestock industry in Nigeria. You will see the rice pyramid. In the old western region, Ekiti was feeding the western region. You know, Igbimo rice. So His Excellency has brought it back when we launched Ekiti rice pyramid. And our target is to double our production from the current 343,000 metric tons to 750,000 metric tons. And we want to do that in the next 3 years, producing 750,000 metric tons. And in doing so, we partner with the Rice Farmer Association of Nigeria and of course with the anchor borrower of CBA. Today, more than 5,000 rice farmers are participating.